I have to say that, I have to defer to the more bullish case. It's hard for me to see. I mean, there just seems like there's a lot of green shoots. What you're about to see is a video snippet from inside the boiler room. Every single morning before the open of the US stock markets, I analyze dozens of stocks and then decide on the trades that we're going to look at for that day with dozens of traders. We all get together, execute trades, chat some, and make some money together on a Zoom conference call. Go to thepatterntrader.com/club to find out more. These are the triple Qs. Been in a downtrend for a year. Still in a downtrend, but banging pretty close now to this downtrend line. So this is about what, 285 until we hit here. So the S&P hits this downtrend line around 4,100. We're about 3950 or wherever. This is about 285, which is just a hair away from here. And the question is, do we touch here and go back like we have before, or is there, more of a bottom here? And, it's still, it's still a bear market. This is still being driven by this pattern. These patterns don't shift overnight. They take a long time. But you can always get these monster, rallies, and then, you could still get both. So this is where we're at. We're just at this monster kind of resistance. We're also at this monster support. And right at this support, you've got this funky looking bottom, triple bottom. And now the question is, does it, go into its sawtooth, or, do we go a little bit higher? It's still a bear market. This still looks very bearish. To overcome that reversal at 300. I think it's going to take a lot, but we could still come up here before we fail. So I think there's still a little room left on this bull market. So there was a point right here where it looked like this was a nice looking triple bottom. And then it actually broke out here. And for all the world, it looked like this was a triple bottom and we were breaking out. But this is in a down market. And these are just bear market rallies. So the question is this just a bear market rally? Or is it the start of something much more serious? I see this here. To me, this looks a lot more classic than this did in terms of its shape and its form. That we have to kind of, consider that this could be a brewing bottom. Amidst all this fear and what have you, we could be looking at a cup and handle. But here again, we have to come and confirm this. We have to take out this area and start making higher lows and higher highs. Sometimes, we see these things and then it, makes lower lows, and this is the constant balancing act of where are we in these trends? Is this still a secular bear market? Is this just a bear market rally? Or is this the start of something different? So now, once, I see this bottom here, I see a series of other patterns. There's this bigger kind of symmetrical triangle here. We look like we're on the lows and could easily go back there. And then there's another even shorter term thing that kind of frightened me a little bit last week, where I saw this. Now, typically, when you get a reverse symmetrical triangle and it enters from the upside, that typically is a bear market continuation pattern. So this is, I kind of sent out a note on Friday, probably a little premature. Again, this is the pressure of kind of having, so many thousands of people hang on what you say. And, sometimes I feel like, I have the responsibility just be careful, err on the side of caution. But, you could also then preclude yourself from something. So I just saw this, and I think we're a day or two away from really understanding where we are in this market. And so what I do is I look at a pattern, and then I kind of do a visualization or wait to see what happens within the pattern. Do we break out and finish like this? And then, we start having a series of days, and then it looks like this. And then, I can probably conclude that this is going to be a continuation pattern to the downside. Or do we just continue going higher? This looks like this today. I'd have to start throwing in the towel in the bear case and saying, this looks like it wants to go higher. So we are, again, at a point where the market is going to tell us very quickly what it wants to do in here. So there are so many patterns here. There's a bottom here, but then this is a top, and we could look like that. This is still a down market until proved otherwise. So these are the, many conflicting things that are going through my head. But I have to say that, I have to defer to the more bullish case. It's hard for me to see. I mean, there just seems like there's a lot of green shoots, little gap on the S&P that I always thought it would kind of get back into, which would constitute a breakout. Now, it may be a fake breakout, but I just feel like there's room left on this. So there's a funky little gap there. Now, I don't trade gaps. I don't trade gaps for the purpose of it. I'm just observing that it's there. And so this is how the S&P has been kind of playing out. And I kind of thought, well, it would bang up here somewhere and then go back that way. And it just may take longer. But you can see there's just this little bit of room to this downtrend line, and it feels like we want to at least close that, retest this close to 4,200, and then maybe get to 4,300. And then I would say that you get a lot of resistance up there, and we'll see what it does from there. And then we could just be looking at a long-term sideways market. I mean, we've been hearing about this down market, but you could just get into a stagflation or stagnation and get into a protracted, look at something like this. Hey, if you would like to trade alongside me every day and join our most prestigious program, then head over to thepatterntrader.com/club for more information.